Welcome back to Ripen's Summer Intern Vlog Series. Today we will be going behind the scenes and looking at what life is like to be an intern on the Customer Delight and Level Up teams. Let's get into it. Hi everyone, it's Annika.
My name is Risha, and welcome to a behind-the-scenes look of what it's like to be a Level Up intern at Ripen. Let's get started! What a great way to start my morning. I typically start my day at around 7:30, although on some days I do quite enjoy sleeping in. When I do wake up, I get dressed and I go on a walk in my neighborhood. I typically walk for 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how much time I have, and by the time I get back, it's usually time for me to start my workday. For breakfast, I usually just have an apple or some toast and eggs, and I don't usually drink any tea or coffee. My favorite beverage is just some good old water.
Good morning. So I just woke up and made my bed, and now I'm going to open these curtains to let some light in here, and it looks like a beautiful day. So let's go and wash my face now. Here I am just washing my face. Fun fact, I actually like to wash my face with cold water because it really wakes me up. And then I just brush out my hair and style it, and also put on some light makeup. Then I will go get dressed and grab a small bite to eat. Okay, so now that I have ate a little bit and gotten dressed, now I can make sure that my desk looks all ready. I have some quotes on the wall to just set a positive mood. I also have a desk calendar that has a new quote for every day. I have a picture of me dancing to remind me of competition, and then I also have a picture that my best friend gave me. I will now go fill up my big water bottle to make sure that I actually drink during the day. So I've just finished filling up my water bottle and I'm about ready to go downstairs, but the cats want to say hi. Hi! So this is Casper and that is Cooper. So now that I am ready for the workday, I will tell you a little bit about what my team does. My team supports the Level Up program and all of its components. But what is Level Up? So Level Up offers flexible remote projects that are 80 hours, and they are performed in a timeline of 2 to 8 weeks. So students can work independently or also as a group. These projects are customizable, so they can have projects in marketing, business management, communications, or even engineering. And these projects are also funded by the Government of Canada, so students will be compensated directly through Ripen. Businesses also get to gain from these because students will bring in fresh new ideas and complete necessary projects for their companies. To get students started with Level Up, they will need to create a profile on the Ripen platform. Once they've done this, they will be able to scroll through all the projects that Level Up has to offer. Once they find one that they like, they will be able to apply to this project. This application process is a simple introduction from the student to the employer. Once the employer accepts a student on their project, then they will be considered as matched, and they are ready to go and start working.
Once students complete a project, they're now eligible to get paid. They're sent an exit survey that asks them about their experience using Level Up, and I help to keep track of student survey submissions. Once they've submitted a survey, they get paid by a part of our team that we like to call the Stipend Squad. Students also come into our live chat and our emails asking questions about the stipends, so our team also helps to answer some of those. Twice a week, our Level Up team gets together for a Pomodoro session where we essentially just work together. This is really helpful, especially for Annika and I, because we get to ask questions about any tasks we're working on. And we also get to chat with our teammates over Zoom instead of just messaging them. It's a fun break from our usual day where we might just be working on things alone, and we also get to know each other a little better.
Several times during the week, Risha and I hop on a Zoom call where we can discuss our tasks and projects. We often are working on projects together, so it's a great way to share a screen and discuss how we are going to get the project done in the most efficient way possible. When we are working on our separate tasks, it's great to have someone else there where we can chat and support each other along the way.
The Level Up team also has a weekly team huddle where we review any big things going on in the Level Up world, ask each other questions, and catch each other up on life updates.
I love working on the Level Up team. Firstly, because the team is amazing. Shout out to Rachel, Stephanie, Kelly, and Risha for creating such a supportive and safe environment. Next, I absolutely love the customer service aspects of this role. I really want to work on growing my communication skills, so this is a great part where I get to interact with customers. I also like the individual components of this role. I get to take point on many different projects, which helps develop my independency as well as my project and task management skills.
Once I'm done work at around 5, I grab a quick snack and I get ready to work out. Then I have a few modules to watch for my marketing course I'm taking at summer school, so I get a few of those done, and then I begin to wind down for the night by watching either Netflix or Disney+.
Now that the day is done, I like to be active. I am an Irish dancer, so I practice a lot at home. I put together a few clips of some of the dances that I do.
I've had the best time so far, and I'm excited to see all the fun stuff I'll continue to do for the rest of the summer.
Thank you for joining us on today's behind the scenes look at what it's like to be an intern on the Customer Delight and Level Up teams. I hope you learned something new, and I'm super excited to continue the rest of my summer here at Ripon. Have a great summer! Bye!
Hello everyone, my name is Inthpri and welcome to a behind the scenes look of what it's like to be an intern with Ripon's employer accounts team. Let's get started. So before starting my day, I usually go on a 20-minute walk. It's a great way to clear my head and get the day started. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. Just a yellow canary bird that I wanted to show, and this is the closest I've ever gotten to it. So after coming back from my walk, I usually just have a small breakfast which consists of my coffee and a bagel. This is my workstation where I'll be spending most of my day. As you can see, I have my coffee and my water bottle right there, and I will just be checking Gmail, Slack, and HubSpot to see what I've missed over the weekend.
Hi, Maria. Thank you for meeting with me today. So can you please introduce yourself and just let everyone know how long you've been at the company for?
Yeah, so hi everyone. My name is Maria. I am one of the team leads on the employer partnerships team. So I've been with Ripon for 2 years. Like 2 years ago, I started just as a industry client success associate. So meaning that I was working with different companies that join our platform to work with students. And just in March this year, I moved to a team lead role.
If you had to sum up the employer accounts team and kind of what the team does in general, how would you describe that?
Well, that is a good question because our team actually does multiple things at the same time. But overall, we are trying to focus on different companies that join our platform through the channel on the platform. So meaning that if they sign up directly and so on. So we help them publish and create projects on the platform with the project ideation process, explaining what Ripon does, what kind of opportunities we have. And also the second part to it is sharing different opportunities such as courses, virtual internships with the same companies. And then another part to this is just getting some feedback from them, working on internal projects to make sure that we optimize and automate as much as we can in our processes. Yeah, that's like a big mix of everything.
Yeah, that's a great summary of everything the employer accounts team does.
Similar to Risha and Annika, I work closely with users on the Ripon marketplace to ensure success. However, both of them work closely with the Level Up program, so working with students and employers a part of the program, whereas I work with employers across various channels. One of my main responsibilities as an employer accounts intern is to complete QA tasks, and what that stands for is quality assurance, to ensure that companies on the platform are in fact credible. Let's get started. Now that I've completed the outstanding QA tasks, I will be working on a training document that I've been completing with my manager, Maria, which is a great resource for when anyone joins our team or is just looking to learn more about the employer accounts team in general. The document consists of the different processes we have, along with the different kinds of meetings we have as well. The reason I am interested in working with Ripen's employer accounts team, and the reason I have so much fun working on the team, is because of how much I learn about business every single day. The opportunity to connect with employers really gives you a first-hand look into how the business world really works. And as well as the opportunity to connect employers to students is a very fulfilling role. It connects to Ripen's mission of ending graduate underemployment, and I'm so glad that I get to do this every single day. After work, I normally play with my cat Luna. It's just one of her toys. She's not in the mood to play. I also go on another walk. See you soon.
A few moments later.
And we're back where we started. Thank you for joining me on this behind the scenes look of what it's like to be an employer accounts intern at Ripen. Goodbye.